Having a 401k can be a financial blessing to many families. They often encourage people to start investing instead of other retirement strategies. Using a matching plan offered through your employer makes it easier to open your account elsewhere and begin investing. However, contributing money to it for years doesn't guarantee a prosperous life during retirement. But with the right information and proper guidance to avoid mistakes, achieving a comfortable retirement has never been so easy. To ensure this, let's go through the most common mistakes that people make with their 401k. Mistake number 1. Cashing out when you change jobs. If for some reason you find yourself changing jobs, do not cash out. This could result in hefty penalties due to age restrictions in addition to large tax implications. Some funds allow you to leave money with your former employer, but many don't have this option. If you're required to move the money, do a rollover into an IRA or into your new employer's plan if possible. In a direct rollover, the funds are moved right into the new account, leaving little chance for you to spend the money. Mistake number 2. Not taking advantage of a company match. The best thing a 401k can offer is the employer matching contribution. This is essentially a bonus your company contributes when you contribute to your retirement account, usually based on a certain percentage of your pay. If your company contributes up to 6% of your salary, ensure you contribute at least 6% to take full advantage of that match. Otherwise, it's simply money your employer is pocketing and not paying you. These matches can double your retirement savings in some cases. But like anything, there is a catch, and that's what's called vesting. It's a rule that states that you own 0% of the company's contributions during your first year of employment, 50% after 2 years, 75% after 3 years, and 100% of your match after 4 years. This means that if you leave the company after just 1 year, none of those matching contributions will be yours. If you're considering finding a new job, you might decide you have to stick around at a less desirable job for a few more years to receive that money. Mistake number 3. Not increasing contributions over time. More often than not, contributions are based on a percentage of your salary. So if you contribute 6%, it will align with any pay increase. But if you want to get even further ahead financially, creating the possibility of reaching financial freedom sooner, you want to boost those contributions more than that. For example, if you make $75,000 annually and contribute 6% or $4,500 to your retirement plan, and you get a 5% raise, your salary goes up to $78,750, and that increases your 6% contribution to $4,725. You are now making $3,750 more, but your annual contribution only went up by $225. In this scenario, you could afford to increase your annual contribution to 10%, which would be $7,500 annually. It might be tempting to grab that immediate gratification, but investing in your retirement instead will bring greater rewards. Mistake number 4. Withdrawing the money. Taking your money out for a major purchase is one of the worst things you can do for your financial future. It can be tempting to take a lump sum out of this account to purchase a new car or expensive item instead of funding your purchase another way. But this can have a negative impact that can last your lifetime. Not only will you be forced to pay hefty fees if you withdraw before retirement age, but you could also face a big tax burden. Possibly, the worst part about cashing out is that you'd be missing out on compound interest. Leaving that money in there to grow allows it to snowball much quicker. Taking money out of this account before retirement should only be done after all other options have been exhausted. By ensuring your emergency fund is established with at least 3 to 6 months of living expenses, it's possible to limit the likelihood of resorting to this. Investing in a 401k is engineered to be simple for everyday investors, and contributing to one is a fantastic start. With some basic knowledge, you can earn substantially more passive income. Make the most of your account by saving early and often, resisting the urge to cash out and managing how your money is invested. These small tweaks can dramatically increase your savings over time, putting you closer to turning in your notice and living more comfortably in retirement. Mistake number 5. Loading up on too much company stock. Chances are that you get a discount on any company stock. It's possible that this is a good opportunity, but there's extra risk associated with this. Experts recommend that most individual investors keep most of their money and index funds or ETFs in a portion of individual stock, say 20% or so. This 20% could be comprised of one single stock or multiple, but make sure you're not allocating too much of your portfolio to one stock or putting too many eggs in one basket. Many times, employees are overconfident in their employer keeping much of their retirement in their stock, only to find out that the company is filing for bankruptcy. If your company runs into trouble, your job might be in jeopardy and your retirement as well. Mistake number 6, not understanding the downsides. It's critical to understand that knowing these downfalls and alternative choices is wise. For example, they usually have very limited investment selections, most often between a dozen or 2 options. While these choices might be decent, the fees you'll be paying are likely higher than what you'll pay with an individual retirement account, with virtually endless investment choices. Don't underestimate the ability fees have to eat away at your savings. Even 1 or 2% fees will dramatically decrease the amount you've amassed by retirement. In addition, IRAs offer the ability to invest in individual stock. Tax diversification is another big reason to think about spreading out your investment. Contributing to a Roth IRA will ensure you don't pay any taxes on those funds during retirement, which can be a huge advantage since 401k disbursements are taxed at ordinary income rates. Whether or not the tax is paid now or later will depend primarily on your income bracket is predicted to be higher or lower during retirement. Mistake number 7, being oblivious to investment performance. Eventually, you will decide how to invest the money. The options were probably provided based on a varying level of risk. But if you haven't been paying attention to how those investments have been performing compared to the overall market, how will you know which investment is the best? Every year that goes by is one year you won't be getting back. So it's important to take full consideration of your investment performance. A portfolio that averages 10% and one that averages just 6% will be hugely different in retirement. The overall market averages about 10% per year, so that's a good benchmark to aim for. Remember that returns vary based on market conditions, so to understand if your returns are realistic, compare the funds that are available to you to a similar fund. There's no reason to hold on to an underperforming fund. The more years you have between now and your projected retirement date, the more aggressive you can be. By avoiding all of these mistakes, you can easily set yourself towards a prosperous financial future. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe for more content on personal finance and investing.